Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. Let's talk about codependency. I don't know if we've really touched on this. Let's just philosophize a little bit. I think we've all gone through this, some more so than others. I can just think about my own past and breakups, for example. And that's when this has really arisen for me, is after a breakup. I remember when me and my fiance, my so-called dream girl, I have a whole nother video dispelling this fantasy of dream girls. And we broke up in a rather hard breakup. It devastated me. I wasn't expecting it. Kind of came out of nowhere. Mack truck and just hit me. And I didn't deal with it well. I realized right away that I had been very codependent upon her and tying my survival in to her. After we broke up, I immediately went homeless. I blamed my homelessness on her and the breakup. I was in financial ruin, and I was really fragile financially in the relationship, and that may have contributed to her poor image of me. Not that she was a gold digger, but she was from a wealthy family, and I was a broke gang member, loser, drug addict. If we play the if game, if I had been more financially stable, more able to hold down a job, and that may have meant I might have needed to be more of a disciplined person. This is a lot of ifs. I'd have to be a different guy, but if I was slightly stronger of a man back in those days, the codependency financially wouldn't have been an issue. So she walks out. So she wants to end the relationship. Devastation. But I wouldn't have moved into the bushes because I'd still have money. I would have had a job. I'd still have income. I could support myself. And it's important to maintain your financial security regardless of what's going on in your relationship life. You want to be able to support yourself before a relationship, through a relationship, and God forbid if the relationship ends or whenever it does, after the relationship. This doesn't mean that you can't be generous and giving and share maybe some funds and some dreams, but have your own money. My grandmother died, maybe 10 years ago. She lived into her late 80s. My grandfather's still alive. He's 100 years old. He's still alive. He has a girlfriend. He replaced my grandmother quick. It was a little weird. But she had her own money. She had her own bank account. Always. They always had their own money. I think that's important. Have your own money. Don't ruin yourself. Codependency can be emotional, obviously. That's really common. We get so tied into someone being around us all the time. You may be using someone. You don't think you are, but maybe you are. You're using them as an emotional crutch. And without them, you'll fall apart. Without them, you'll slip into depression like you were before you met them. They saved you from yourself because of a distraction, because of a parenting. A lot of people look for parenting in their partner. They can't be true adults out in the world alone and on their own, surviving. They need someone to guide them, to help them, to say everything's going to be okay, to pat you on your head when you're having a hard day. Some people desperately need that. Sure, that's nice. But if you need that and you'll fall apart without it, You might be rather weak. You might be having a hard time with survival, and that's why you're looking for others as a crutch to prop you up. Is your emotional stability only grounded in other people's positive attention towards you? Once maybe somebody in your world gets angry with you, you fall apart. Are you emotionally stable? Or do other people make you mad and make you happy, make you sad, make you angry, anxious? You may think that that's normal. That's not normal, because you're giving your power away. You're letting other people play Harry Potter with you like they have a magic wand, and they're just able to magically, now you're happy, now you're sad, haha, let me fuck with this guy, now you're anxious. Nobody has that power over you. But have you given this away? Codependency can be operational. Just simple lifestyle management. Maybe you can't buy toilet paper or figure out how to clean your house or figure out how to show up to work on time or to dress yourself. A lot of men can't even dress themselves. Their women buy them all their clothes. I do a lot of clothes shopping. I love to go vintage shopping and thrift shopping, and we have some pretty cool places here in Central Florida, particularly as you go closer to Orlando. And one thing I've noticed is that it's mostly, I see other guys shopping in the men's section at vintage stores or at thrift stores or Goodwill, but rarely. It's mostly women shopping for their men. So these fat loser fucks are sitting at home, picking their nose in their garage, in their stupid little man cave, avoiding life, screaming at a TV, while their wife is out there buying their fucking clothes for them. So when she dies or the breakup happens, something bad happens, inevitably it always will, these fuckers don't even know how to dress. They don't even know how to eat. They don't even know how to clean their own home. They don't know how to function. That's a major problem. It's a major weakness. It means you're a child. You don't have a relationship. You don't have a wife. What you have is a mother. You're in this Oedipal relationship. And these are the sick couples that call each other mommy and daddy. Have you ever seen couples that do this? Where the guy calls his wife mother, mommy, and she calls him daddy. It's supposed to be some cute little thing. It's weird. Codependency can also be a separation anxiety, right? Where maybe you guys take a break, maybe you've broken up, whatever happens, and now you find yourself alone. And you just can't be alone. Some guys will hound their ex, just really bother her. They can't move on. This is all stems from this separation anxiety. They just can't bear being away from that person or alone. And it's all psychological. I mean, you want to ask yourself some questions. Should you rely on others for survival? And I think we all do. Right? I go to the grocery store. I'm not out in the woods hunting for my meals 3 or 5 times a day, however many times I eat. I think I eat 6 times a day. That's a lot. I eat 6 times a day and I stay thin. Go figure that out, huh? Some of you guys eat 3 times a day and you're fat fucks. But should you rely on others for your survival? Yes and no. You should be able to survive alone at a drop of a hat, no matter what. But you could very well rely on others, and as we age, we naturally rely on others. This is one of the purposes of family, and I don't have much family, and I'm getting older, and it's something that I worry about. What's going to happen to me when I'm 85? And you want to gauge how much should I rely on others during my survival, and how much of my survival do I give away to others? My empowerment, my ability to do things on my own. Sure, you can have this task, you can cover this for me, but does that mean that I forget how to do it? That I become an idiot? And when the relationship ends, we go our own way, there's this gap in my survivability. I just don't know how to do certain things. If you were forced to, if someone put you in a situation where you had to survive alone, could you do it? Some people can't do it. Some people can't even be alone. And that's something you want to ask yourself. Why can't you be alone? I know people that can't just hang out by themselves. They get off work and they go to the bar. They go home and they have to have their woman there, and if she's not there, they go nuts. They'll call up a buddy, they'll do anything. A lot of these guys just stay at the bar. A buddy of mine whose wife's out of town for a month because she's on a travel job. And she's a nurse, and she does this travel nurse thing. And those travel nurses make a lot of money. Any chicks out there want to make a lot of money, go become a travel nurse, you make tons of money. So it's a very good move financially for them, but he's not handling it well, and he's at the bar 24/7. He's either at work or at the bar. If you can't be alone, how can you truly enjoy others? Aren't you just using others? Aren't you just a leech, a vampire, a parasite? You don't really enjoy others. You're not really giving of yourself to others or being there for others. You're just using them for yourself. Self-serving. And I just think that it's important to hammer the point home. We'll end it here. We're a society, a community. Humans are pack animals. We're family oriented. We need to rely on others. Your survival is better if you rely on others. Successful people rely on others. They build a team. There's no billionaire that just does it by himself. Elon Musk isn't doing anything by himself. But you don't want to let people kill you. So some of you may need to work on your survival skills. That may be something you want to add into your program. Learn how to survive better. It's just food for thought.